What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
And this is not another damn podcast. Presented by our damn selves.
Damn selves.
218 is the episode we're in right now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
218.
So we got to keep it moving. You know, we do it. A lot going on. Where should we start? I kind of know the big story of the week. Let's just go there.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about
yeah.
Olympics going on right now, and the whole world probably has heard that Simone Biles done, walked away. Yeah.
Applaud her. I'm applauding her for it.
Not only was she the face of women's gymnastics, but some say arguably the face of this Olympics. So her walking away is a big blow.
Mm-hmm.
Big blow as my character from Halo.
Yes.
Get a chance.
So earlier this week, Simone, made the.
I'm gonna give you the you give your details, and then I'll give my analysis of what I think.
Yeah, she gave she basically came out and said that she wasn't going to compete in the all around at first. She initially said that. So Suni Lee competed in it, and I believe Suni Lee did win the gold. I want to say
definitely did.
I want to say Suni Lee did win, but Simone was like she was going to bow out because remember they both were the U.S. that did place to compete for the all around. They were the two that did place, and then later she even alluded later that I may not even do the individual. Like after people was like, you pulled out the team stuff? How? Like what? Like wait, what? People was like just shocked when she put out the team stuff. Then she was like, I'm not going to. She was like, I may even be out of the individual stuff, and they were all like, oh, like like clutching their pearls and all that. And she didn't compete, and whatchamacallit, Michaela won. I want to say she got the silver. I want to say. For the vault.
Okay.
So, yeah, Michaela got the silver for the vault. So what Simone is saying that happened was she said it was her mental health and she was listening to her mental health. She was listening and you even said leading up to it, like when you looked at her performance, it was like she was a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to get into that.
Here's the thing about when you're so great as she is, like she is the greatest to ever do it as far as gymnastics. She is. She's a one of a kind. She's just a phenomenal athlete. And when you have that level of pressure, so if you make a faux pas, or it's like, you're not allowed to make a mistake. You're not allowed. It's like, but she's human. We all have off days. It's just the difference is that when you have your off day, it's like the world isn't watching you. You know what I mean? The world is not there watching you. So, when she had her off, when she was making, they were saying, oh, she's making mistakes that Simone Biles shouldn't make. Like people were like, the commentators were making those type of things. And I'm like, this is the problem that, But what were you going to say about the situation?
Are you finished? Because I might go long. So were you finished?
I'll kind of rebut with I kind of will pick up with what you're saying. Okay. To give you your moment of what do you feel?
I said it right from the beginning. Pretty much what some of those just said. She looks off. Like Simone Biles definitely looks off. It's like, yeah, because when you set a standard of excellence and you don't reach that standard, it's noticeable. Like not saying she didn't suck when she was there, but obviously she wasn't up to her Simone Biles standards. Like that's what I was seeing. I was like, I don't know what's going on, but it's something ain't right. I think we talked about it last week on the podcast. I mentioned that even way before she quit. I was like, something's off about it. Yeah, something's not right. And then that's why when she withdrew from the team competition and eventually the individual, I was not surprised at all. But let me ask you this question before I continue. You said, yeah, so you applauded and everything. Is he a hero or not for what she did?
I think she is, because it's like mental health often gets overlooked. Like, it's easier people be like, oh, I broke my wrist, I broke my ankle, I sprained, I'm in a high ankle sprain. So people look at like healing as far as a physical thing. Like, if you're not physically hurt, they're like, oh, it's nothing wrong with you. It's nothing wrong with you. But we have to take our mental more serious, because a lot of us, like, this last year has been, like, all of us have gone through some shit over this last year. Like, this pandemic has been nothing like none of us have ever experienced, obviously.
I want to talk more about that.
Obviously. So all of us are a little bit, whether, you were affected if you like lost your job, or, or if you're affected where you lost loved ones to COVID, like whatever your situation is, it's like all of us have been through some sort of mental, thing that we've been through, and not too many times. You had COVID. Yeah. So it's like people just don't take their mental serious. And I think that this is a good thing that she's showing that even me, Simone Biles, even I need to take a step back. Because everybody, like, people forget that if you're a great athlete, people forget that you're human. People forget that. So I think that it's a good thing that she's showing that I'm human. I am. I need to take this time. I need this break. So that's why I think it is a good thing that we are taking stuff like this more seriously, I think. Mm-hmm.
As Mr. Drummond said on Funny or Die, it's about to get real.
Oh, God.
About to get real in this bit. So.
Oh, gosh. What is it?
Hero, I think that's a bit of a reach. Like, of course, she has nothing to prove to anybody. Like, she dominated in 2016. And she has nothing to prove to anybody. But on the flip side, if you were going through some stuff, she should have never even went. That's my whole thing. It's like, why did she even go? Like, I'm pretty sure this didn't just happen in Tokyo. It was like whatever she's going through probably started before she even went over there.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that I won't like I said, when you set a certain standard, like I said, you have obviously she has nothing to prove, but people kind of expect a certain, like, if you buy a ticket to see Beyonce and it's off, you're gonna be mad. It's like Beyonce sets a certain standard. It's not like the little broad at the fucking karaoke or something like that, like a knockoff Beyonce singing karaoke. If you buy Beyonce tickets, or let's keep it in the sports lane, like LeBron,
LeBron
is LeBron just this year, and his team got bounced in the first round. People still are calling LeBron a quitter. Is the reason, because I see on my timeline, I don't know about yours, and maybe you even did it a little bit too, is people are upset that some criticize Simone Biles for her decision. And it's like, is it because she's a woman you can't criticize her? Because LeBron, he gets it all the time. Like when allegedly, I put it out there, Delonte West was smashing his mom and shit. You don't think that causes mental health and shit? Yeah. I said, quit. Like LeBron got buried when, like, he allegedly quit on his team and shit. Yeah. Is it because he's a man and women can't be criticized for that kind of stuff? Is that what it is? Inquiring Ryan's want to know. I told you he's getting real in this bitch. I want to know.
Theory is that we need to treat people as great of athletes that they are. Like LeBron, one of the top to ever do it. One of the best to ever do it.
Top 5 in my opinion.
Right, one of the best to ever do it. He's the best of this generation, of this era. He is
best in the last 15, 20 years.
Yeah. And then Simone Biles, best of her, best to do it. Period. Greatest gymnast, most decorated gymnast.
Right now.
Yeah, current. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's like people forget that people are human. I think that that's the problem, is that we keep on trying to make people like not like superhero, like, what I mean, like superheroes, like they're not, like they're Superman, they're X-Men. It's like, no, they're still at the end of the day, like, yes, like they have this amazing athletic ability, but they're still people at the end of the day, and people go through shit. And it's okay to take that time that you needed. Like, no more should we like be like pushing that narrative about like, well, my father just died and my mother is sick in the hospital, but I'm coming and I'm playing in this game.
Because
Like,
a lot
no,
of those
if you
stories
agree with-
came out too.
no,
Like
go be with your family. No,
Urlacher lost a parent. He continued playing.
No.
Fisher's child almost died. He kept playing.
No.
Isaiah Thomas, his sister died and he played. And I think you went to one of the games he played in.
Yeah, I was at the game. Yeah.
Isaiah, not the bad boy Isaiah Thomas, Celtic.
Yeah, the second Isaiah, the younger one. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, no, it's like we shouldn't apply. I mean, like if, like, here's the thing: everybody grieves and handles stress differently. So some people, if you feel like you need to just keep on moving, because if I sit at home, I'm gonna be crying my eyes out, I'm gonna be no good. If you feel like you need to keep on moving, okay, if that works for you, okay. But if you're a person and you need to grieve and you need to cry, you need to have your moment, have your moment. Like, let's stop pushing. Like we've been saying, like, I've been seeing the things now, like, if you feeling like you need a break from work, use your PTO. Your PTO is there for a reason. Use your PTO. Use your days. If you need to take a mental health day, take a day. Take those days off. You know where you need to take them at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and here's my theory right here is really about to get real. Like,
oh boy,
I might get canceled for some of this, but I'm gonna
gosh,
I'll say it anyway. Is like, here's my thing. Like, is this a mental health break? Possibly. Like, obviously she wasn't up to her Simone Biles standards, so something is going on with her. But on the flip, is the real reason is like, did she have an off night and decide it's better to walk away than to lose? That's a possibility? Is it?
Mm-hmm.
It's like she had an off night. She said, okay, instead of coming in last, I can just walk away and say that I'm not feeling like this. I'm not saying she made it up, but like, I'm just, you get what I'm saying, right?
You're just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
did she have an off night and just say, you know what? Fuck this, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a possibility?
I don't know. Like, I mean, anything is possible at this point, but I mean, I think that
that vault. I don't know if you watched the vault, which was basically like her last thing she did. The look on her face, you could tell she was like, "Yeah, I'm done with this." Like the vault. If you look back at that footage,
I saw, yeah, because I wish because she almost
walking
like,
away to look. She's like, "Yeah, I'm done." Like, yeah.
Because she's so powerful, like she really should have sat. Because the way when she came over and the way that she landed, like most people would have fallen on their bottom and just, you know what I mean. But because she's a person she has a lot of strength, so even if she is off with her foot and like she's not going to fall on her butt. She's just not, because she has a strength where she'll stumble and then she has a strength where she'll stumble, but she won't fall on her butt.
One of her idols talked about that. I don't know if you saw like Dominique Dawes' comment on all of this. Like she talked about, because remember when she fell on her butt?
I remember when she fell, yeah.
She mentioned like having an off night and she compared her screw up to Simone Biles. She was talking about that. Like Dominique Dawes was just talking about this whole Simone Biles controversy.
Mm-hmm. I think just the pressure just got inside her head. That's why I think honestly happened. It's just like, you're the greatest. You're the greatest. You're the greatest. And you can't ever mess up.
96, she was just another gymnast. Like that was more of a team effort, the 96 team. You had Gabby Dawson was there and Lori Hernandez and Ali Raisman. It's like, yeah, it was like more of a team thing. This one,
16, yeah.
Biles. Like it's her and those other ones. It's like nobody even knows any of their names really. It's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. But in 2016 is like it was more of a team effort. So she was just another one of the girls up there. Whereas now it's like
she was the rising star there.
You're the face of the
she was the rising star in 16, because when you saw her, you was like, oh, all these girls. But then you're like, wait a minute, who's that girl? And it was like that. It was like she was the rising star in 16. And then when she just took the world by storm, like she had 2 moves named after her. The Biles, it's 2 different Biles. The one where she does the triple and lands on the floor. Like she gets so much high off the ground, she does a triple somersault. And then she does another one where like she does a somersault and then she goes forward and lands forward. So she has 2 moves named after her, the Biles, on floor exercise. So I think that the pressure just got inside her head, because after a while, you just keep on beating down yourself. Like they talked about that with Gabby Douglas, like what happened with her, because in 2012, she was the first Black woman to win an all-around gold.
Yeah, I remember
So
that.
think about that. How long the Olympics have been going on? She was the first Black woman to win all-around gold in 2012. Then when she came back in 2016, obviously in 2012, she was young. I said she was like 16 in 2012. You come back 4 years later, like in athlete terms, like you're very physical. So 4 years of working on your body, you put a lot of miles now in those 4 years. So if you were like tip top point on your game, 4 years later, you might be declined. You might be declining. You know what I mean?
Another possibility about what was really going on with Simone Biles. Another theory. I'm playing lawyer right now. It's like, yeah, there's another theory as well too. Is did the extra year throw everything off for her? Because like she was all prepared, training to compete in 2020.
In 20, yeah.
Like I said, in an athlete's life, a year that could be an eternity in an athlete's life.
A year could be like 10 years in an athlete's world.
Like,
it can be
an eternity. So like, did this 1 year, like where Simone would have been on the top of her game had the Olympics taken place last year, but was canceled because of COVID. But they put it forward one. Could that 1 year have like thrown everything off her?
Throw everything out of balance, like basically threw everything out. Oh, but we'll go back to Gabby. So then when she competed in 2016, because Gabby Douglas did have some struggles in 2016, and they were being very critical.
She wasn't up till she wasn't as good as she was the previous
in
one.
12, yeah.
And people were kind of critical, but not as much because Simone Biles was on the so like
because she was on the rise. Okay, so that's where it was.
They weren't paying as much attention to Gabby Douglas. Yeah.
They were criticizing her, but they was like, look at the new girl. The new girl might replace her. She's gonna replace her.
There's a new Black girl in town, so yeah, we ain't worried about that.
And it was like that, yeah. So it's like these athletes go through so much. It's like, and I just think that people, like I said, I just go back to, I know I keep on saying, but people just keep on forgetting that there's still people at the end of the day. So I mean, I did like the support that Simone did get when I saw her on her Facebook post. She was basically saying that the outpouring support that she's getting is like very humbling, and that like she thought that she was just basically, I'm just an athlete, and like, she thought that was where her identity was. But this showing now is like, no, you're more than your gold medals. You're more than that. Like, people actually like you as a person. People actually stand by your decision as a person. We're not just looking at you as somebody who can go out and get gold medals. You're not just that. Like, you're not reduced to that. Like, you're more than that. So, I mean, let's just stop making that people don't, that people aren't people. That's just how I feel. And I mean, I wish her the luck with everything. Like, I'm sure that, like I said, because she's 24 now. So obviously,
her best days are probably behind her.
Obviously, if they do go back on the regular schedule, so if it does happen in 2024, so if they're back on the, because like COVID messed up everything, but like by 2024, everything should be back synced up. So the next Olympics should be in 2024, which is only 3 years now. So it's like, I'm sure in 3 years when she's 27, like I doubt that she would be competing at 27 in the Olympics. I doubt that.
But, like I said, her best days are probably behind her. Like,
I doubt that.
And if she I doubt she competes, because if she didn't compete this time, why would she compete in 20?
Well, I would love to see her have her own school. I want to see her open her own school.
Dominique Dawes,
yeah. Dominique Dawes paved the way for.
She was talking from her school, and she was talking about how stuff is different now than when she was coming up, because back then it was like more like the more that I'm not even the Black thing, like the angry coach thing is like that.
Oh yeah, the yellow. Like that.
You gotta get out there. Like now is more like the way she runs her school. She's like, it's all about have fun. It's like what she's more on. Yeah.
And I like that somebody put a post about that. Somebody did the thing about the Carrie Strug thing, and somebody broke that down about how problematic that was. Because like I said, it's a different world now. Like back then in '96,
probably should have sat that one out.
We cheered that. Oh, she's showing so much grit and determination. This girl was her leg broken or sprained? It was something.
I don't know if it was broken or it was sprained. She definitely couldn't put any weight.
It was at least sprained. At the very least, it was sprained. It may have been broken. Because like obviously when she did that first ball, she was fucked up.
Yeah.
And then her coach is like, no, come on, you can do this. He like just pushed her to like And when you push yourself, like, I said, I know we're kind of going a little bit over the place with it, but if you're an athlete and you know that you're fucked up on certain things, don't keep on trying to play through these injuries. Don't do that. Like, a la Grant Hill. Grant Hill was obviously fucked up.
He had an ankle injury. He had an ankle injury, and his ankle was never the same.
It was never the same.
The other guy who did get his mojo back was Kevin Durant. Like Kevin Durant never should have played in those NBA finals.
No.
He never should have played. But then, and I'm sure that was the organization, the Warriors.
The Warriors, yeah.
Like, I don't know if it was Curb, it was the front office, but like, it was the organization that said,
"We need you, Durant. We need you."
Like down, yeah, we're down 3-2. We got to win this game or whatever. Yeah, like they.
When you saw his tear roll up his sock, that just made me cringe watching that. It did. But listen to your body.
The whole year of his career for that.
Give up, like listen to your body. Don't do that. Like, if you're obviously hurt.
Another comparison I saw with this was which is a bad comparison, but I'm gonna say it because like people talking about remember, let's not forget Michael Jordan walked away from basketball for 2 years for mental health. It's like it's that's a yes and a no. Like, the difference in what Jordan did and what Simone Biles did is if let's say the Bulls went down 0-2 against Phoenix, and then Jordan said he wanted to walk away in the middle of the NBA finals like that. It's like that's the difference to me. It's like she did, like Jordan walked away after the season, and like he's like, because his father died and all of that shit. It's like so what? It's a different I don't think it's a good comparison.
And then it's always like that theory. I said we have the conspiracy theories about why Jordan really, the David Stern made him. Yeah, that theory that's out there. Which, whenever something does have a theory, if a theory keeps on coming up, it might have some legs. Not saying it's true, but if something keeps on coming up and it keeps on coming up, it might have some legs to it. It just might have some.
Like, that's the difference. It's like,
but though that's a horrible comparison.
Right, and right there in the meat of things. It's not like she decided like in the spring. It's like, you know what? I'm not going to Tokyo.
I'm not doing it
like Jordan did. If she said like, like she had like decided like, I'm not there mentally, so it's kind of like what Naomi Osaka did when she didn't go to Wimbledon. That's like what Jordan. She just say, "No, what? I'm not feeling it. I'm not competing in Wimbledon." That's more like what Jordan did, not like going there and then when you get there, it's like, you know what? I don't want to do it anymore. Like, 'cause once you commit, you probably should finish. But if you she got nothing to prove, like I said. But
right, she just
probably should. Once you commit, I believe if you commit something, you should see it through. That's just how I think. Yeah, like I don't walk away from shit that I committed to. Yeah, unless, like I said, like it's something really like
extenuating, because it's always an extenuating circumstance.
I don't know what her story is, unless it's some extenuating circumstance. But I don't know what her story is.
Yeah, because there's always exceptions to every rule. There's always an exception. It always is. But that was the big story of the week, that, she left it. Like I said, unless you've ever played in a professional sport and you've actually had to train and do stuff there, she's a queer, like, you queer life for everything. When people try to be so critical, it's like, I mean, you're entitled to your...
I think we just named the podcast, yeah. Simone Biles, a hero or quitter. I like that. Hero or quitter, I like that, yeah. Let's call it that, yeah.
And people try to be like, when they try to like call her, like some people are being very critical, and it's like, you've quit everything you've ever done.
Got it on both sides. Yeah. This wasn't totally she got it on both sides. People like, she's so brave, she's so heroic. Other people like, she quit on her team, she quit on her country. It's like, whereas like I'm not really on either side. I'm just like, she got nothing to prove, but she probably should have never went. That's my thing.
Do what's best for you.
She should have never went to Tokyo at all. That's my thing.
At the end of the day, it's like, you gotta do what's best for you.
Because she could have gave that spot to somebody else. That's the other argument out there. I'm sure there's some gymnast that wanted to go that didn't make the team because you only have a certain amount of slots.
Yeah, it's only 4. It's only 4 spots now, because it was 5.
Yeah, but they cut it to 4. This is the first time it's 4. It was 5. The last one. I can't remember the other girl's name. I named 4. There's always one. No, that's why they cut it down to 4. Nobody remembers the 5th one anyway. So there we go.
Michaela was the 4th one.
I was talking about in
16, yeah.
16. So I said, okay, Simone Biles, Gabby Douglas, Allie Raisman, Lori Hernandez. And the other one, I don't remember her name. There's one more. I don't remember her name.
Molly something? Don't get me to lying. I'm
Allie,
picturing her
right.
face. I'm picturing
I said Allie Raisman. There's one more.
I said Molly something. I think her name was Molly something.
Or Megan. I don't remember. It's like
I'm picturing the girl's face. I'm picturing her face, but I just can't recall the young lady's name. But I am picturing
the other
her face.
four easily. I can't think of that last one's name. No.
I liked Allie Raisman.
Yeah, she kicked ass. Like
And then the other thing,
second behind Simone in medal count. I want to say last year, Allie.
And then the other thing is I'm glad that did come to a head. Like I said, with the whole Me Too and everything with that going on, because them creepy ass coaches,
that coach and shit. He because a couple of those girls,
because that could have played it. That could have been a play into it too.
Miles both said something.
That could have been a play into it too, because I said that creepy. Because like you think about how long was this guy doing that to these girls?
Like, he had been coach for decades, so like I'm pretty sure.
How many victims?
More stories didn't come out.
How many victims are there?
I'm surprised.
And as a parent, you send your child to a coach because you trust a coach to help your child. You trust, like as a parent, that's the worst thing that you can imagine. Like if you find that a coach was inappropriate with your child, like you just feel all types of guilt as a parent because you trust them with your child, and then you being a creep. Like I'm glad that he got what was coming to him. Yeah, being a damn creep.
Let's talk a little bit more. Let's stay on the Olympics as we hear is because I saw in my timeline too talking about the track and field. It's like feel salty about Sha'Carri Richardson. I mean, she smoked and she got popped. It's like it happens. It's like, and she's owned up. If she
and the fact that she's
not at peace with it, why do you give a fuck?
Why are you so upset?
Like, yeah, I screwed up. My bad. It's like she never made any excuses. She owned it. Yeah. It's like I screwed up.
My thing is, I applaud her for her ownership at 21 years old. Because think about how you were at 21. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about how I was when I was 21. Like, I mean, I don't think that we were overly silly or nothing, but at 21, it's natural to be like, if you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar, like, my hand ain't in the cookie jar. Let me explain. Let me tell you something. See, what had happened was, like, it's common for you to try to cover your ass at 21 years old and not to take ownership of what you've done because you're still young. Mm-hmm. But the fact that she took ownership, like, hey, I screwed up.
My bad. Yeah.
Next time. But
y'all just doing too much. See, that's why they want to hold us down. But yeah, but they don't. What you don't mention is the first, second, and third place were like
all Jamaican.
3 Jamaican women won the medals. Yeah. And which is another reason why no excuses about the smoking weed.
Stop.
Jamaica won. These girls can quit smoking weed long enough to run in the Olympics. Sha'Carri can. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. You know, they were raised like weed in Jamaica was like wine in France. It's like, yeah. It's probably the kids Ariana's age probably smoke weed.
Stop. It was a lot. When I went to Jamaica, I never partook in it, but it was a lot of ganja. I could smell it when I was in Jamaica. I was like, oh, this is the culture.
Sure, Marcus partook, and I'll leave it alone.
I don't think he did. Unless he did what I just didn't see. But.
Just said I didn't see him do it.
I know I didn't do it. I can say I didn't do it. I didn't partake in anything. I didn't partake in that.
The Jamaicans, they could leave the weed along to make the Olympic team.
And then it's not about. And then another thing that I saw too is that one of the girls has similar look to Sha'Carri because she had the fiery hair and stuff.
Silver, I think. Yeah, so I think.
So it wasn't about that thing. So if you try to play that card, yeah, see, they just mad because it's like the other girl had her hair. She had her hair laid. Her hair was laid up too. So it's like it wasn't about like. Because she was too urban looking, she was too ethnic looking. It wasn't about
because
that.
She was too ethnic looking. They told her to smoke weed. Say here, smoke this. Yeah, smoke this, nigger. That's what. That's what happened. That's what you think happened. Yeah, that's really.
Let's stop playing the race card on things that isn't the race card because it's like when actual stuff goes down, when people actually are profiled. And shit and real shit actually happens. It's hard to
Negroes that acquired wolf and shit are doing too much, man. Yeah,
it's hard. It's going to be hard to differentiate between what actually happened and what didn't. Like what's real and what's Memorex. It's going to be hard to, look at the difference between the two. It is. But congratulations to Jamaica. They kicked ass.
They picked up the they took the baton literally and ran. Yeah, it's like because they left they picked up where Usain Bolt left off. Yeah,
I'm saying
the legend is retired now. Of course, Usain because like he's probably
fastest man in the world.
My age. That's point. Yeah, he's not running anymore. But yeah, he's still like the GOAT. Like Usain is the GOAT as far as track.
And then the fact that his name is Bolt, like a bolt of lightning, because it's like
yeah, it worked out. He was
like,
he was born to do that. Yeah, the lightning.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he's a bolt of air. Like you don't even see him. He makes the road runner look slow. Like that's like how that man was.
He never got popped for weed either. I'm just saying.
But congratulations to them. And then, like we said, like and then people were trying to say, but they won because Sha'Carri wasn't there.
It was like the third place girl was faster than Sha'Carri. It's like people, like Sha'Carri never, and none of her tries to place like higher than any of these girls. So like she probably was like anyway. Saying
it was like Sha'Carri's fastest time was a 10.75. They said the last girl did 10.61.
Yeah, so it's a good chance. Like Sha'Carri may have won, but like it's a good chance she would have lost anyway to these girls. Mm-hmm. What are you crying? Y'all just want to be oppressed so bad. That's all that is.
But she definitely would not have gotten gold or silver. Like the bronze,
maybe bronze. Like the best shot you would have in winning a medal would have been bronze. Like
but the gold and silver, they were sewing up. They were sewing up. The gold and silver, they were sewing up. Mm-hmm. But congratulations to them. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. When people were mad at the whole Sha'Carri thing, what you thought? Why you thought a cracker was going to win the track? Yeah, come on. Negroes dominate that. You dumb Negro. You dumb ass. I'm about to get fired up now. Yeah, we had this conversation the other day, and I went off. I don't want to bring that energy right now, but it's like, yeah, I'm pumped up again now. It's like, I mean, all the marathons, like Chicago Marathon, New York Marathon. There's always somebody African that wins all of those marathons.
Usually somebody of African descent that wins. I'm not being funny. Like when you look at baseball, like a lot, like how many Dominicans are in the league, in the major leagues? Like, mm-hmm. They was like, how many? Like just that small island, Dominican Republic, how many greats have they produced?
UFC is a lot of Brazilians that dominate that sport.
Jiu-jitsu, yeah, because they do that. Like the capoeira.
They invented
capoeira, yeah, they do that type of stuff. Yeah, so yeah.
They dominate that. It's like, yeah. So you have like your Conor McGregors of the world, but like most of the top UFC guys are like Brazilian.
Brazilian, yeah.
Like what's the name? Like Junior Dos Santos is like most of them are like
mm-hmm. Because some stuff is a cultural thing. It's like we always say, like the running thing. Running is one of the cheapest sports that you could do. All you need is a good pair of shoes, good pair of run. Get you some cross trainers. Mm-hmm. Get you a good pair of running shoes, some shorts.
Same reason why basketball, like why blacks dominate that, because you just need you a ball and some shoes. That's you go out to the park and use the hoop. You don't have to have your own court.
Or we see the milk crate. We see milk crates when you drive down the alley in the hood.
If there's no court available, hang your milk crate up on the
on the thing in the hood, on the lamp post, on the post.
Ball, and a pair of kicks and shit. That's all you need.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's the thing about
not a lot of equipment. Yeah. Which is the thing about why you don't see like a lot of with some of the more expensive sports, because
ice skating is very expensive.
Yeah.
Ice skating is so expensive. Gymnastics is expensive. Gymnastics is expensive. It is.
A lot of black people doing that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why you don't see a lot of black people doing that.
Yeah, it gets to be expensive, but
it's like
golf is high. Oh yeah, golf is high. I
still haven't used my clubs yet this year. In August, I missed all of July. I'm gonna get
just getting clubs alone. I
got my clubs are in that fucking closet over there right now.
Getting dust on them. But I mean, stuff is people are a product of what their culture is, and it's like if you come from a poorer community where you don't have a lot of resources, you do things like you do what you can to escape your reality, and a lot of times, like a way to out of things is to do your sport, to do that, to like escape that. Escape your reality. Escape that reality.
Well, I'm glad people are starting to recognize that, because we come from that era when they started phasing out shit, that whack era, like when it's all about like science is math. It's like we come from that era when they were pushing that, when they started phasing out music and art.
Extracurricular, yeah.
And like some teams, some places even like cut down on their sports, like, or like just kept like the major sports. It's like, yeah, because but yeah, it's like you need other outlets. More important things is just math and fucking science. It's like, there's more to life than that. Fuck. Shit.
I want to see what I would like to see in a school is a school that has you have all sides of it. Like you have your basketball, you have your track, you have your football, you also have chess club, you have Glee.
I would have all that shit when I was. I don't know if they still have it.
I want to see that.
I would have a fucking bowling team when I was there. It's like that. It's like, yeah. Like
we had a bowling team in our school. We did. We had a bowling team at chess. Yeah.
They had like some stuff, but they had started trying to phase that stuff out. So I remember they had like music they had cut way down. It's like because they were like, yeah, science and math was all of that. They thought that was the way to go. And
but everybody
was fucked up, like I said, with their idea of like what was good for us sucked and shit. Yeah. So
but here's the thing: it's like everybody
way so we can bury them and shit, pretty much.
Everybody isn't an academician. Everybody isn't, everybody doesn't have an analytical mind where they can just see algorithms and quantum physics. Everybody doesn't have that mind.
And if life was really that easy, wouldn't everybody just become engineers and shit or doctors? It's like if it was really that easy to be a success and shit. Yeah, use common sense on that. If it was really that easy, then everybody would just do that.
I tried engineering for 1 year and it wasn't for me. When I was in college, I did my first year of college and I was like, nope. Nope. I said nope. I was doing agricultural engineering too. So that really, I was like, ugh. Like when I took the class, I was like, ugh, this ain't, ugh. Like, nah, I'm good. You'll be making this much money when you graduate. I'm good.
Yeah, but what if I don't graduate? Shit. What if I don't fucking graduate?
Thank you. Fine, well, what if I do graduate and then I get a job and then I'm miserable in the job within 2 months? I'm miserable in this job now.
Well, let's stay on sports since we here. Fuck NBA. A lot happened in the NBA because we're officially free agency. It kicks off today. It's August 1st as we record this.
Okay, yeah.
It's the first official day of free agency, I believe. And moves are already happening. It's we're gonna talk about the big one. We get into that, but let's start with the littlest of littles, like who nobody cares about this. Like rest in peace to late Salik. Yeah, he's probably what's his name? Ryan Archidaka. I can't pronounce his name, but that dude, he's officially a free agent. So I'm pretty sure his NBA career is over. The Bulls,
Arcidiacono.
Arcidiacono. Thank you. I couldn't how the fuck I pronounce this dude's name? Arcidiacono. Yeah, Ryan Arcidiacono. Yeah.
That's why I just call him Archie.
I call him Archie. Yeah. Well, now he's outie because the Bulls declined. Why they gave him an option year to begin with? I don't know. Like Garpax did that shit, but he had a team option and they declined his team option. So
well.
Out of there.
I hope that Ryan Arcidiacono did. I hope that you saved your money and I hope you invested your money because I doubt
they made some nice money. Yeah, because I think he about $3 million a year. So
he made some good money.
Those 2 seasons, that's $6 million. So yeah, yeah, you can live the rest of your life off of that.
Even with taxes and stuff, you still walking away with like $3.5 million of that. Even with the taxes and all that, paying your agents and all that.
Smart with your money, you can be set for life off of that.
Yeah, you could leverage $3.5 million and live the rest of your life off of that.
With your money, yeah.
Yeah. Also,
another guy who already was going. We talked about Felicio. He expired, so I know his career is over.
And he like
he got like 30.
Now Xavier, he stole paychecks all day.
Yeah, because he signed a 4-year guaranteed. Like Archie had a team option of like he had 4-year guaranteed at like $8 million a year. So
Felicio was getting that bread. Yeah, he made $30 million over 4 years. He was getting that bread.
They broke it down like because he barely played. So like he broke down. He was getting this much per minute. Like he broke it down. Like he averaged this many minutes a game. He got paid. I forgot what the number was. Like he made something like so per minute. It's like they broke down minute by minute. Like what Felicio made.
I was making like $50,000 a minute, something like that.
Crazy like that and shit. It's like
he was making Jeff Bezos money basically. Like Jeff Bezos makes this.
Think about it, he hardly played, and when he would play, it would be like 3 minutes a night. So like dude.
Yeah, he was terrible.
Yes,
he was terrible. He was horrible.
I don't know what he had on Garpax for them to give him that contract because he was
I said he had the eyes wide shut
maybe,
picture.
maybe he declined. It's like, no, he was never good. Like he didn't decline. It's like, yeah, he wasn't good when they signed him. It's like, yeah.
He had the pictures. I said he had the eyes wide shut pictures. That's what he had. Garden facts.
So that's big. And then some huge trades have gone down.
Mm-hmm.
Start at the top and work. What you want to do? How you want to do it?
Let's start work our way up to the big.
Okay, yeah. Well, we had we already talked about Kemba Walker getting shipped to OKC. Let me pull my trade talk up.
Mm-hmm. Trade talk. Mm-hmm.
I lost.
I did like Kemba and everything. I think that unfortunately he is on the other side of his career now. I think that he is.
It didn't work out for him. That's all.
I think he's on the other side. Like, is he over 30 now or no?
Yeah, he was part of that 2010 or 11 class. So he's probably on the
You know how when you get on that other side of 30, you start to it starts, wait after you get
especially
over 30.
like if you're like these athletic players like that.
Uh-huh.
Your body, like I said, Father Time is undefeated.
Father Time is undefeated. Father Time is always going to be undefeated.
Athleticism is what you depend on, and you're definitely going to age in dog years when you hit that mark and shit. And he has that mark. Okay, I see a potential trade out there. We'll talk about those as well too. Is Kyle Lowry to Miami? That's interesting. About doing a Gordon Dragic, Kyle Lowry swap. That would be nice, yeah. Then Kyle Lowry would join Jimmy Butler and Bam
Adebayo.
So and he definitely be an upgrade over Gordon Dragic, I'll say. Yeah.
What happened to Tyler Hero? He just fell off a cliff.
Hero, he's still there. He
no, so he just like
I was like
in the bubble. He was like
once they left the bubble.
And then it's just like he was just a regular guy. Like he was like, "Ooh, he's the next, the next big thing." And then after out of the bubble, he was just a regular guy again. So like he fell off the cliff.
Bulls, they made Bulls made qualifying offer to Lauri Markkanen, so he's restricted free agent. So
okay,
seems like any Bulls can match any offers, but I think they should have just traded him. I don't think he's gonna be back.
Okay. That's
just my opinion. I think they should have just traded him because what's the point in like holding on to a guy that at the trade deadline, like who might you just walk for nothing if you don't match his thing. Tristan has been traded twice. So yeah, that's what Tristan got traded twice, which is kind of funny. It's funny and funny. It's funny. Fuck it. Let's see. First he got traded to the Hawks, and then later got moved to the Kings. So Tristan got traded twice, like in this.
The Kings,
yeah, probably the worst team in the NBA.
Right.
Let's read the details.
That's where careers go to just like end. Basically, the Kings. The Kings are awful.
Chris Dunn and Bruno Fernando to Boston for Tristan to Atlanta. And then he was moved again to the Kings for like some other assets.
Because Atlanta is good. Because Atlanta is a good city, and then you got Trae Young there. So
yeah, and Tristan would have been a good backup there, like behind Collins, if they bring Collins and who's their center there? Clint Capella. Yeah, he'd have been a good backup behind the bigs they have. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Atlanta's a good city anyway. So but the Kings is like
And let's just get to the big one right now. We fucked around long enough. Russell Westbrook to the Lakers. Wow. Wow. That's what I said. My Flavor Flav voice. Wow.
So I guess they said this is from y'all blocking the Chris Paul to with Kobe Bryant.
Exactly 10 years later. That makes me feel old. That was 10 years ago when the Chris Paul trade was blocked.
That was
2011.
That was 10 years ago?
10 years ago.
That doesn't feel like that was 10 years ago.
Paul.
That doesn't feel like that was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Jeez, I feel old now. Wow.
Worst interference in the league I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was some hating shit right there. They were some haters.
So that means the David Stern that vetoed my trade was his goal. little Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
Little Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
Those don't get what I was going with. But yeah, Russell Westbrook traded to the Lakers from Washington for KCP, for
Kyle Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma, and Trez Harrell, plus a first round pick. So some people say they gave up too much, but I'm
miss a triple double.
I'm in the belief of you can find guys to like build your roster out. It's it's not like that Lakers team was so good anyway. They lost in the first round, so they had
to do a play-in game.
Yeah, and almost didn't make the playoffs.
Right, so it's like
almost didn't make it.
They weren't that good. Yeah.
What are you holding on to? It was like, yeah, you almost didn't make it. What's the name? Schroeder is probably gone. Like he's a free agent. He won't be back. So what are you holding on to?
But you got Mr. Triple Double now, because I think that it's safe to say that Westbrook took over Oscar Robertson's spot as far as triple, because like he was known as a triple double man. And now when you think about triple double, I think it's Westbrook now. That's the name I think about, Westbrook, when I think about Mr. Triple Double. So, I mean, the thing is, it's like if they can learn to work together as a cohesive unit, they're going to be dangerous.
Yeah, they're going to be serious. Yeah,
because Westbrook is a gun. Westbrook is a pistol anyway. Westbrook has always been a pistol. Westbrook is a little pistol. He is.
And with the Lakers, Westbrook doesn't even have to facilitate. LeBron, like he does the ball handling, so Westbrook could just score out there. Yeah. Doesn't have to worry about setting his teammates up. Yeah,
and be Westbrook. Like, you dish to Westbrook and he can dunk. Like, he can just do that, And
AD is like, and they already talking about like, because guys will take pay cuts to come play with it like that. Carmelo's already looking at him. It's like, I saw
a ring.
A rumor I just saw today is like Carmelo is, because he's a free agent coming out of Portland, so he's looking like, should I stay here or should I go there? He's been trying to play with LeBron for years. It's like, so he's like, this might be the time for Melo to try to get that championship. Yeah. The Lakers. But I saw on both sides, some people didn't like the move. Some I said if it works out, that's dangerous. Like the Lakers, that's a power move right there. Either way, like whether it works or not, that's a power move right there.
Because this is like the big three, but better. Yeah. Because like AD is better than Chris Bosh. And then Westbrook is on par, I would say, with Wade. I would say he was on par with where Wade was at that time. So this is dangerous. Like, yes, it can be like the big three, like kind of all over again.
I just want to see. I guess I wish it's a long time till preseason. I want to see how they put together. Yeah, I'm like, wow. Yeah, because when I saw that, I'm like. So now other teams are like trying to make moves. Miami's trying to get Lowry. Is other guys like Lonzo's still the name that's out there. It's like three names, like three, maybe four names I saw about the Bulls. Like the Bulls have to upgrade the point guard spot.
They do. They do.
Like Satoransky ain't it, and Kobe White is better as a six man.
Yeah, he's a six man. I like him as Aaron G off the bench.
So they gotta upgrade it. So here's some names let's put out there. Yeah, some it's like of course like Lonzo Ball is at the top because like Zach wants him here. He's young, so he fits the timeline. Like he's a pass first guy. He's not looking to get his shot. He's looking to set his teammates up. So it's like a number of reasons why Lonzo would fit in with the Bulls. Another name we just mentioned earlier is Kemba Walker, because OKC is not looking to keep him. Maybe looking to move him. So the Bulls could possibly move like some expirings to OKC to snatch him. Like Kemba would be an interesting one. Another name is out there we just mentioned, Schroeder. Like he's out there.
I think Schroeder's good. He's good.
Yeah, the Bulls. And the last but not least is the name who like most people are like who caught their ears perked up the most is Derrick Rose is out there.
Yeah, I saw that. They was like Derrick Rose. Like if he comes back home, they was like, and then like this could maybe be his final spot before he retires. Like you start your career here and then you can end your career here.
I think Lonzo will probably be the best option as far as on court, but if you just want the story, it's like probably Rose. Like but
I know you're pulling my heartstrings for Derrick Rose. You're pulling my heartstrings now.
That's more with the story. Like That
That's
that would definitely like sell tickets. That's what you like looking at the story is like Rose, his return to Chicago, like Scotty returned like near the end of his career, like that, like with the Bulls, like Scotty returned during.
I think that would be another good confidence boost for Rose, like because like Rose found his game and he got his game back, and Rose
just like and I don't
Rose
know.
So I can still play.
He signs with the Knicks. He's a free agent
because he got his groove back in Detroit, and then that's why he was able to go to New York. That he got his groove back, and like if he comes to Chicago, then it's like that might up him up some more. You see what I mean? That might up him up a little bit more. Even
the only way it works is if he concedes that this is Zach's team. If Rose comes back thinking it's still his team, it's not going to work. I don't think, because he has to concede that Zach because Zach averaged like 28 points or something. He's just
Zach was going nuts. Zach was going nuts.
You got to concede that it's your team. I'm just here to help you out. You got to concede that. 2011 was a long time ago. Like you can't come back and think like MVP. You can't come back
like you're Iron Man and I'm War Machine, basically. I'm War Machine right now. If he comes back like that, then it can work. Interesting. I'm just ready for us to upgrade, and then because I think the Bulls are going. I think we're going to look good this season. I think we are. Like then we'll have like a whole year to actually see our guys in action. They actually can practice. They actually have a whole year of this. We got a whole year now of like new front end, the new
and figure out what you have and like what is Pat Williams gonna be? You got time to figure that out. Like does he have star potential? He's a role player. You got time to figure that out.
I really like what the front office is doing. Even just in their short time just being here, they made more moves than like Gar and Pax made already. So they got Vooch. So, I mean, hey, that was already impressive to me that they went out and got Vooch.
So they already made that. So the Bulls weren't part of the NBA draft, which also took place this week. Cade Cunningham, number 1 to Detroit. So my Pistons fans, they in heaven right now. They got their guy. So Cade Cunningham, officially a Detroit Piston, number 1. I'm going to read the top few picks. Number 2, Jalen Green to Houston. Guard, so that can be their James Harden replacement.
James Harden, right? Yeah.
Their Harden replacement. And number 3, the Cavaliers took Mobley at number 3, big man. So you already have the guards with Colin Sexton and Darius Garland. So they needed some front court help anyway. So that's your top 3 picks right there.
Nice.
See what the Bulls would have picked. Their pick would have been 8. It would have been Franz Wagner. That's who Orlando took in that spot. I just like looking at for fun like that. Like, Bulls might have took somebody else there. Like who knows? But like,
but we got the guy from Illinois
in the second round. Yeah, they took. I want to get his name. Hold tight.
Yeah, I know he went to Illinois.
The Bulls didn't have a first round pick at all because they traded as part of the Vooch trade.
Right.
The Bulls had a second round pick, which they took. Io, come on, you got another name I can't pronounce. Io Dosunmu. Sounds African, yeah. Io Dosunmu.
Yeah, Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois guard, yeah. So with second round picks, they literally is like scratch off tickets. It's like, it's like, get something, you get something. It's like that. Yeah.
Draymond Green.
Don't go in expecting a lot, but if you get something.
Draymond Green, Joker. Scrub. That's like that, right?
They are what they are, second round picks, yeah. So don't go in with too many high expectations. It's more like let's check him out. That's more with the second round. So they checking out to see what the Illinois. So they took, the Illinois guy. So they probably took because they probably were familiar with him. They probably saw him play down. They said, we don't know any of these other guys. Let's take him. That's probably what it was. Let's take the guy we know. Like,
right.
That's probably was the Bulls' approach. They drafted the guy that they were familiar with.
Good.
But a lot of sports. We got anything else? So I think I hit all of mine. Yeah, we still got a little time.
A little bit of time. So also this weekend, who was popping down? It's Lollapalooza.
I've almost forgot because I wasn't there. Even though,
Yeah.
ironically, I've been listening to it on Sirius XM in the car, like all weekend, because they've been playing highlights from the stuff.
Highlights of the concert. Yeah.
Because I heard Post Malone said, I heard Tyler the Creator said, St. John said they didn't play Meg. They probably want you to pay for that. They probably
Meg.
premium content right there. But Meg just happens so maybe they'll air her on the replay like coming up.
Yeah, they might air her on the replay now.
Because that was the one everybody wanted to see was Meg. Like Meg Thee Stallion was the story.
Meg Thee Stallion.
Which I'm not sure, but I think that might be her first time in Chicago, period. So it's
yeah, it could be.
It's definitely her first appearance at Lala. This might be the first time she ever been to Chicago. COVID happened last year, so wasn't nobody going. So unless she was here before 2020, she was here in 19 or something like that. I don't know.
Right.
So this might be her first time ever in Chicago. I'd have to look that up. Yeah.
Yeah, but a couple of things happened with the Lala. Like people, it caused some, as we said, some fake outrage happened.
Because I was down there. I wasn't at Lala, but I had business to take care of downtown. So yeah, and it's I didn't go in the festival obviously, but from what I saw, the crowds out there, everything does look like it's back to capacity.
At capacity, full capacity.
Not like at 20%, 30%, 50%. It looks like it's a full Lala crowd. That's what I saw. And
Lala holds several 100,000 people, right?
You get a couple 100,000 per day. It's a 4-day event. So I know the baby won't be there on. He's not.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because this is Lil Nas X controversy. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
I'm not. Yeah, because
certain stories I want to just leave the fuck alone. So not touching that. The baby or Lil Nas X. I'm leaving that.
But the fake outrage when people posted it was from the Chopper or whatever, and it showed the crowd at Lala, and it drew a lot of outrage on social media.
Because this is the 30th anniversary, so of course they were going to do it. Yeah. Like Lala's 30 years old now. Yeah. I guess 91 is when they had the
91.
The 30th anniversary.
People was like, oh well, and then like the stupidest was like when somebody was trying to equate that.
Still mad at the little house picnic. Yeah.
People were trying to equate it.
Gotta have house. Music. Mad at
people were trying to say they canceled Black events in Chicago, but they didn't cancel Lala. I wonder why. They don't want Black people to make money, but all the artists there, a lot of the artists there are Black at Lala. So
I mean, the headline, like Meg Thee Stallion is the biggest one there. Yeah, she's the head. Before he got kicked off, the baby was like he was supposed to headline Sunday. It's like a lot of the big names are like the biggest acts of Black.
And then my thing is, here's the thing about a lot of events that didn't happen. Like they was about the Silver Room didn't happen, the house picnic, but the house picnic they did do a house scene at the Southside YMCA on 63rd.
Oh,
they
so
did do something.
Oh, so they did have one. Oh, so it wasn't.
They did have a concert.
Oh, so they had one.
The Sundance DJ.
I saw Sundance last
when
week.
I was driving. I saw the poster.
I saw her driving her print truck. I saw it.
Yeah, I saw the little the flyer on the lamppost when I was driving past. I said, "Oh, okay." But the Silver Room, they came out and they said that because of COVID regulate, they said that we're making the decision to not have it. It wasn't like nobody told that was there. Like when people fail to realize that with events, individualized events. It's up to the vendors if they want to do the show, if they want to do their event.
So if you're going to be mad at somebody, be mad at them.
The city didn't say that you couldn't have it.
The evil white man in his lair and shit, yeah. Look about commander and shit. It's like, yes, I must stop these Negroes.
With his handlebar mustache.
Yeah. Evil white man in his lair and shit. Yeah, over here in the Temple of Doom. Yes, let's stop these niggers from making money.
It never happened. Like a lot of the stuff got canceled or got altered because
with COVID is first of all, like the promoters might just not feel comfortable holding these. The second of all is to get in Lollapalooza, it was like they had guidelines. It's like It's like people say, well, you could be fake, we could fake it, obviously, but like I'm just going to explain the guidelines they had. Just I think I have them written down. Let's read it. Let's just read it off. I might have deleted it. I had them written down. I don't see them in my notes anymore, but I remember for the most part off the top of my head is it's for those that are fully vaccinated, show proof of your vaccination. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Your vaccination card. Yeah.
And for those that are unvaccinated, you got to show a negative test within the last like 48 hours or something like that.
Right.
Which means if you go in all 4 days, you'd have to get tested twice.
Right.
Tested like before going, and then one of those days, like around the second or third day.
If you got tested on Tuesday or Wednesday, you got tested again on Friday, basically.
Yeah, you have to get tested twice because the test is only good for 48 hours. So you'd have to get, if you were going all 4 days, you'd have to get 2 tests. Like maybe some of these promoters didn't feel like even dealing with all of that. It's like, no one
going down that rabbit hole, right?
I don't feel like dealing with that mess, so let's just not have it. Let's just wait till next year because I don't feel like doing all of that.
And that's where it is. Like that's, like COVID changed the game on everything. It did. And my thing is, I've always said about like the whole Lala thing, like the fact that they canceled Lollapalooza, the second largest event, musical event.
It's up there. It's one of the biggest festivals out there.
I know South by Southwest is huge.
Big. Rolling Loud just happened. Burning Man is another one. Coachella.
Coachella. That's the one I can't think of. There you go. I know Coachella is probably the biggest one. Coachella.
So Lala is probably that in South by Southwest are like either say 2 and 3. I don't know which one.
Right. So it's probably Coachella, Lollapalooza, and South by Southwest, maybe like that.
Those are the big 3. Like I know Coachella and then the other 2. That's all I know. It's one of the biggest 3 festivals of year.
So the fact that they canceled it last year, that showed how serious COVID was, that they canceled this huge event. And then people were like, well, my thing I always say is like, well, I was like, they're loosening guidelines because like, think about like, they've had the cap on everything for a whole year and the economy is suffering. So at the end of the day, they gotta make money. Like I'm not saying, like, this is a worldwide thing. This is a nation worldwide thing.
Gotta get back to life eventually.
Right.
You can't just hide in your basement. It's like, especially some people don't have that luxury and shit. They just hide in their house forever. You got to get back to life. Y'all want to get back to life. Y'all want to go to that house party. So it's not about being a super spreader event like you liars claim. It's about, you mad. Yeah. Well, my event got
my event didn't happen, so yours didn't happen either.
Yours should be too. My event got canceled. That's what it is.
Like a lot of stuff is like a lot of people complain, like you're still doing, like you're traveling. Like you were traveling before the ban even got lifted. Like you're traveling, you're going to restaurants, you're going to public places. Like you're going, it's not like you're like talking about super spreading because you're going to places where you're interacting with people.
And I go past Jackson Park on 63rd damn near every day and it's packed.
Right.
With 99.9% black people out there. So y'all not that worried about super spreader event. Yeah. Lollapalooza is 4 days. Jackson Park is like every day.
Right.
I'm saying it is packed every single time I pass there. You have to block the street off because there's so many people in that park. They have to stop letting them in. Well, yeah, that's all. But there's nothing wrong with that though. Is there? Y'all don't care about super spreader. Y'all are just full of shit. But we're super shitheads. That's what y'all are.
You can't have it both ways. That's my thing. You can't be like, when something affects you, you're like, well, that doesn't apply. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. Like, I'm fine with you want to take a stand.
Guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what? You don't have to go to Lala. I could have went to Lala. I chose not to. I didn't feel like being part of that. It's like, it's too many motherfuckers out there for me. I'm good. I just say it should be canceled. I just didn't go and shit.
And let's be real, most people don't have the funds to go to Lala because Lala is very expensive. Lala is very, very expensive.
Think about it.
I've never been because I don't have the funds to go.
Especially if you get the 4 day, like I don't pay to go. But yeah, especially if you get the
right.
Yeah, it's up there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's up there. It's in the
you're getting all of these groups for like one price. That's the stuff.
It's basically like what you would pay if you bought a car off of Western with cash, basically, to go to Lala for 4 days.
Yeah.
That's what Lala costs. For my Chicago people, you know how much it costs. If you bought a car on Western with cash, that's how much Lala is for the weekend. So it's a lot of money.
And that's all that is. It's like I just chose not to go. That's how you do it. You can make a personal choice. Yeah. Nobody's telling you have to be part of Lollapalooza. I'd be like,
right.
Yeah, I saw the picture. I was like, I'm glad I didn't go to that shit.
I haven't even been nowhere near downtown. I haven't even been like going nowhere near that way.
I was downtown on business. So I had to be down there.
But I'm good. I've been away from downtown the weekend,
so I had to go down there.
Yeah.
I was Thursday. I had to teach class. Then Friday I was on some other business, so I had to go down there twice. So yeah, Thursday, Friday, yeah. But
again, I'm glad.
Saturday and Sunday, I'm good. I didn't go to that motherfucker.
Right.
I think that's all I got. I'm ready to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Not another damn podcast.
Yes.
A lot of hot takes this time. We're gonna probably piss some people off, but if you like what we're doing, or if you think I'm
don't like what we're doing,
or if you think I'm full of shit, it's like, yeah, go ahead, hit the like button on the Facebook fan page, or the give us one of those, yeah. Or you could also subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, TLC Talk Radio. What up, Tasha? iHeart, we got you as well. Your Amazon Alexa, and on YouTube, a little something like. That's good. And follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. I appreciate you either way, whether you like me or don't like me. I'm just saying.
And you can check me out MSIMA8626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also SCR8GULLEY1 on Twitter, SCR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.